What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Good evening. How are all of you, my TTG crew? What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, we've got a nice stream in store for everybody tonight, Jay, huh?
Yeah. Always.
Yeah. Crazy. We got a nice one here tonight, guys. So in case you guys haven't couldn't tell by the title of our live stream, we're going to be talking about something that is extremely important when it comes to being a consistently profitable trader. And you guys hear me talk a lot about on here about how there's no special secret to trading, and there's no special pattern or indicator or anything like that, and there's not. But I'm going to share with you guys today, and so is Jason, what is one of the most important things when it comes to you guys being consistently profitable traders. And it doesn't even have much to do with your, the chart patterns or quality setup or anything like that, but rather dealing with greed and, staying disciplined and sticking to your rules. I'm not going to get too much into it because I kind of want to save it for when we get into the latter part of the live stream where we're going to talk about the lessons, but it's the thing that I think that is the most important thing for traders to be consistently profitable, because if it wasn't for these specific things today, I would have been red. Instead, I finished the day green. Now it wasn't a big green day. It was a small green day, but nonetheless a green day. And if it wasn't for specifically what we're going to be talking about on this live stream, I could have finished the day red. Okay, very easy. Could have finished the day red, but green is green. Not a home run day, but listen, I'll take it. Green is green, right? So, but Jason, on the other hand, had quite the day today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having quite the fall.
Yes, especially with these marijuana stocks, man. Especially with these marijuana stocks.
Yeah, you know what though? Marijuana stocks are good, but the low volatility trades are and that rotation that I did in September is really paying off. So yeah. I'm just on autopilot, guys. I'm just here for the giggles.
And you've been doing US Steel literally almost every day.
Yeah. I mean, why go away from it?
Yeah.
It's giving me I think on the average time I do it, it's 25%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
members are killing it too, guys. I mean, listen, our TTG crew, guys, congrats for those of you that are following the Wolf with his US Steel trades, his cannabis stocks. They're all fantastic trades right now, and he's crushing it. And then you guys have the what was that other one? Laser, LAZR.
Yes, Laser today.
A recent
Laser today, Rite Aid. We opened a bunch of new positions this week too, and they're all crushing. Yeah. So,
well, we're gonna get into that. I'll kind of have you update people on the trades and the open positions, and then also I think where else you see maybe opportunity with those positions. If there's anybody that's not in them yet, that wants to maybe get into those positions, if you think that there's still entry opportunities, or if at this point maybe they're chasing, or pullback areas that they might want to be looking for. We'll get into that, guys, on the live stream here tonight. So we've got a nice one to talk about. Like I said, we're going to get into the secret of trading here. It's something that I want to make sure that you guys focus on a lot, because if it wasn't for it today, I could have been red, but instead I finished the day small green. First thing you guys are going to want to do, if you are brand new, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys turn on those notifications. So make sure you never miss out on any one of these live streams. We're always doing lives, Q&As, trade ideas, trade recaps, general market commentary. All right, so you guys want to make sure you never miss out. And we're always dropping some golden nuggets of information. So you want to make sure you never miss out on any one of these lives. All right. So like I said, subscribe to the channel. And if you have not done so already, smash that like button, guys. My name is Michael Edward, head trader at True Trading Group. I've got to my side here, Jason the Wolf Spadafora. And with that said, we are going to dive in and get started with our live stream this evening. We're going to start things off same way that we start off every live stream, and that is with an open floor blanket Q&A. Guys, go ahead, fire away. Ask us questions. We're going to spend some time here, give some people time to log on before we get into the lessons of the day. which is one thing that you guys are going to want to certainly pay attention to. That's for damn sure, because it made all the difference for me today from being green when I very easily could have finished the day red. Mike, does Lizzie and EVK trades today considered high volatility? Yes. EVK more so than Lizzie. EVK was a high volatility trade. Yes. Nope, I don't trade crypto. Dustin Watson, best 3 books you've read about trading. I've actually never read any books about trading, which surprises a lot of people. But Trading in the Zone is a really good one.
How do you know you've never read it?
Just because from just traders that I know whose opinions I value said it was good.
I'll give you 3 books. Okay. I'll give you 3 books. Nothing about chart patterns because that's boring. Animal Spirits. Okay. Psychology in the Market. That's what it is. Markets, Mobs, and Mayhem by Bob Menschel or Robert Menschel, if you can get it. It's out of print, but you could actually find a PDF of it online. And if you really want to get yourself jazzed up, you can read Ugly Americans by Ben Mesrick. He did 21 about the MIT blackjack team. This is about derivatives traders from the United States that were taking advantage of arbitrage in Asia. That's a really good book. Another one that's really good for understanding, world economies is Confessions of an Economic Hitman by John Perkins, and then Shock Doctrine by Naomi Klein. So I gave you 5. I was an English major.
That's good. Guys, those are good. Write those down. We've got a question here from Virtuous Trading. How do you alert your members to trades, and do you swing trade? We absolutely swing trade. There's a bunch of swing trades that are open right now, currently. Laser, Rite Aid. I don't know. You have U.S. Steel still, I think, in the option trade. I think Jay Downing's got JMIA. I think he's got some. We have a bunch of swing trades that are currently open. But how do we alert our members for trades? The first way that we alert our members, guys, to our trade alerts is live on the microphone. So before I buy a stock and before I sell it, I come on the microphone and I tell everybody that I'm buying it. So that's the first way that we alert our members in chat. But then we also send out push notifications in chat once the orders actually execute. It also goes through our mobile app. So on your mobile device, you'll also get a push notification in case you're not in front of your computer. And then we send out SMS text messages when our trades execute. And then we also do send emails when we enter and exit swing trades. So for those of you that were wondering how we alert our members to our trades, that is how we do it.
All right. Question about American Airlines and Aurora, 2 companies that at best are a trade. Actually, American Airlines up like 20% in the last month. One thing to understand about American Airlines is when they went through a bankruptcy, they were $20. I would not be shocked if they don't go through another bankruptcy. And if you don't think it could happen to them, just remember Pan Am and TWA. All right, they've got a lot of debt. They've got a lot of exposure all over the place. If you're looking for a reopening airline, okay, that hasn't just catapulted, I think you got to go with JetBlue, Spirit, or. So that's JetBlue is JBLU. Spirit is, which I hate Spirit Airlines. It's SAVE. And then Alaska Airlines is ALK. And the reason you got to go with those is because their balance sheets are the cleanest. They don't depend on business travel for profit. And they're local carriers. They're not going international, which is, just a headache. Or you can just be lazy and buy jets, okay? But
JetBlue just I own United Airlines from like $24, $25. Just for those of you that are asking, I own United.
yeah, I also own Southwest, which is love, but I just wouldn't. I couldn't tell you to buy it up here.
Yeah, the same. Like I think the United hit $50 today.
Yeah.
I'm up over 100% on that position. I would not. I can't. I wouldn't be telling people to buy it up here either. This run that you've seen in the airlines is really just coming on the back of just all the vaccine news that we've had in the month of November. And then Boeing extremely strong today with orders from Ryanair for the 737 MAX. They had the trial flight yesterday with the 737 MAX that was a success. So there's just been a lot of really good positive news flow coming out for Boeing. And you're seeing Boeing and the rest of the airlines are trading pretty closely as far as strength and weakness. And it's like when Boeing is strong, the airlines are strong. When the airlines are strong, Boeing is strong. It kind of seems like they're both just kind of, Boeing's not an airliner, but obviously, they're being included in the airlines. You also have JetBlue just did an offering the other day too. I think it was like 15 million shares, I think, where these companies and Jason brings up a good point about the bankruptcy or whatever, but I think you're going to see more offerings from these companies. You're going to see these companies raise more money, and that we'll see the stocks take their little drops, but they're good moves. It's good moves by the company, and the debt on these, like the debt between the debt market for these companies, the appetite is massive. Like when everything was going crazy, when we first had our lockdown, the airlines, the cruise lines, they were able to raise a ridiculous amount of money very fast. Like as soon as they came out and were like, we're doing this raise, it was filled. Like it was like almost oversubscribed. I mean, people are willing to throw their money at these companies. So, don't look at an offering in an airline the same way that you would look at an offering in like a small cap biotech. Not the same type of offering, not the same type of investor. And I think that eventually that the airlines will trade higher. I think you'll see Boeing back towards 300 in the next year or two. It's already back to 240 or so. But I wouldn't chase these airlines up here, guys. I really wouldn't.
Guys, these are with like the airlines that I'm talking about. These are all profit positions. Okay. So what I mean by that is I take profit from options and I dump it into stocks that I don't necessarily want to put my own money in, but I know that there's a lot of value in it, just not right now. And you hunt for, companies that have good dividends and companies that have good balance sheets. And, if you think about it, I've been doing this since July and August, really heavy, and it only really paid off in the last month, but it paid off huge. And this is also energy and some other things, and I'm putting new profit positions on all the time. But to Mike's point, JetBlue did an offering. They dropped below 15 to like almost 14, and they're back at 16. These companies need cash. I think I would actually be worried if companies weren't doing offerings, or it's just too dilutive.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. So question, do I only trade low volatility stocks? No, I don't only trade low volatility stocks. Just for this, look, my strategy.
Yeah, that LAZR is not low volatility. That LAZR's got some volatility in it.
Oh yeah, but that's a stock. Like I mean.
Well, I'm just saying that's a trade you're in. That's not a low volatility name.
Yeah, I think they were talking about options.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't only trade low volatility options. Let me be clear. It's just for right now, my strategy is it makes more sense to do what I'm doing now, just because of my personal bias towards the market. Like I want to be in more calls than puts, right? But I can't bring myself to buy calls in Roku. I can't do it in Apple. I can't do it in Tesla, because I feel like, and I think we all realize that these valuations are very high. And I just don't want to be, in a position where one day, we get some kind of headline risk, and I'm holding like, 30, 40, 50 G's worth of options, and they become worthless overnight, whereas if I'm in something right now and I'm trading options right now where I think that there's a fundamental reason to be in it. Actually, the last higher volatility trade that I made was like 3 weeks ago was actually Boeing. So we were in the Boeing options, the 143 Boeing options before it made this run, or as it was making this run. And we got Roku puts. So it really depends. But, I do an audit on my trades every quarter. And what I was finding was when I was trading like very high volatility, I was just kind of on this hamster wheel. I'd have like real good days. And then like, intraday, like I'd make $5,000 on a trade, lose 3, make 10, lose 4, and I was like incrementally going up. And what I found with the lower volatility is, I'd make 10 grand, I'd lose like $200, so the wins were a lot bigger and the losses were a lot smaller. And my account just wasn't stair stepping. It was just kind of a straight line up.
Somebody was just asking about what are some dividend stocks that we like. I get this question a lot. And the stocks the dividend stocks that I like the best are they've pretty much stayed the same. One of my favorites is ABV, ABBV. We bought that in the low 80s. That stock's now around 110, something like that, 110, 120, somewhere around there. They pay like a 4 or 5% dividend. AbbVie is one of my favorites. I also do like Chevron. I do like Chevron. Chevron pays like 6 or 7%. Another one is Verizon. I like Verizon. Verizon pays about 4 or 5%. And Verizon will give you some exposure to 5G going forward. That stock's also pretty close to all-time highs. What's that?
AT&T if you're on like telecom.
Yeah, AT&T actually pays a higher dividend.
7%. It's the most. I bought some like 2 weeks ago, and every day I'm like, just sell it, because it's so boring to be in.
Yeah. If
you're just there, I'm just there for the dividend and to not blow that money on something stupid.
Yeah. I like to. One thing that you guys have to realize, like when you are investing in dividend stocks, don't just fall in love with the dividend, okay? Because the dividend does not necessarily mean that you're gonna, a stock can go down 20%. What good is a 5% dividend if the stock's down 20%? Okay, so don't just say, "Ooh, look, 7% dividend," and just dump all your money into it, because if the stock goes down 20, what good's the 7% dividend? So I like to find stocks that I'd rather get a 3 or 4% dividend with 5 or 10 or 12% upside on the stock. So that's why, like, when I think of like, okay, take for example, Chevron and ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil pays a higher dividend. Chevron, much stronger balance sheet. Okay, so if I want to own a stock in the energy space, I'm going to own Chevron over Exxon. Verizon versus AT&T. AT&T has a higher dividend. I like Verizon. I like the Verizon stock better. Their stock has far outperformed. Another would be like Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Pepsi, good dividend, but but it's only like 2 or 3%. But that stock has far outperformed Coca-Cola. AbbVie, excellent dividend, like 5% dividend, but that stock I'm up like 30% on from when I bought it. So I look for nice dividends, but on stocks that I think have some pretty good upside. 3M is another really good one. I saw someone typed in there. 3M, that is another good one. They pay a pretty solid dividend.
Budweiser is my favorite. And it's not Budweiser is 2%. They actually suspended the dividend, but who cares? Because it's like 100. It has to make 100% move to get its 52-week high. when we started buying it. So, and to Mike's point, I mean, that thing has a minimum of 50% upside in it. It's a real easy story to understand. And that's been like the main place where I've been dumping profit, in.
Chris says, Mike, how do dividends work? Guys, a dividend is just the company sharing their profits with their shareholders. That's what it is. Okay. So you'll have a company, they'll profit, and they'll give a percentage of it as a dividend to their investors, to their shareholders, and it'll be a percentage of what you own. So they'll pay, you'll hear dividend yield, which will be a percentage. So you'll get, 3%, 4%, 5%, whatever the dividend is, you'll get that on your investment. You might hear other people will pay, you might hear other times it'll be said as like, how much per share. You'll hear a dividend sometimes will be described as how much per share, and that'll be whatever that is per share. Okay, if it's 10 cents per share, however many shares you own, you'll get 10 cents for each share that you own. So it depends on how you hear it spoke about. But all it is it's just the company sharing their profits with you. Wolf, we got a couple of people that are saying that the Moores Act passed with 218 votes. I don't know if you have any comment that you want to make regarding that.
Yeah, so the Moores Act is basically, legal weed, right? It's not going to pass Senate.
Right.
I mean, we knew. What was the vote count? Did you guys have
218 votes is what it got in the House.
218 out of 5 something.
I don't even know what the total number is.
Yeah, I mean, look, it won't even be taken to the floor of the Senate. So it's like getting a posthumous award. Like I find the cure for cancer, I die, and then 50 years later they're like, oh, let's give this award to the wolf. It doesn't, it's good to just have them talk about it. I would have loved if this vote took place during market hours, like on a Friday. That would have been great, because there would have been excitement and there would have been a lot of people just rushing, not really understanding that the vote means shit.
Right.
The Canadian companies are going to run on this. It doesn't mean dick for them. But guys, it's going to create some kind of FOMO. But I think it actually creates better opportunities to buy puts on the Canadian companies, for when they find out that the Senate isn't taking it up. Now, if the Senate takes it up for a vote, then you guys can all call me a dickhead, because then it probably goes the other way. Oh, so 435 in the House. That's actually a pretty good number. That's actually a really good number. So yeah. Okay, I see psychedelics. Guys, your choices for mushroom stocks are few and far between. There's CMPS, which is Compass Pathways. There's MindMed, and there's a couple of other ones. I'm in one. I'm not going to name it. But I think the one that you should be watching is going to be a Thai Life Sciences, which I've literally said every day since December. We're doing this all the way to Christmas Eve, I guess. That's a Peter Thiel joint, which is basically, if you got into laser.
You want to date this guy or what?
What?
You want to date this guy or what?
He would date me. He's, I support his life choices, but I'm married, Peter Thiel. If you're watching this, you're a very good investor.
We should bring him up. We got to get him on one of these lives. He doesn't know how much you're like celeb status.
I mean, I hate
I out every night.
Personally, I think he's a douchebag. But
no, don't say that. We're making money off of his plays, man.
But Tilray. I mean, he was one of the first investors in Facebook. He's done so many. It's like, guys, just set a Google. You could make your whole year just trading Peter Thiel deals, and I honestly mean that, guys. I got laser today. One of my friends was like, "Hey, did you get in that new Peter Thiel EV stock?" I was like, "What's the ticker?" He's like, "This." I was like, "Hold on."
Hold my beer.
That's it. I was like, "That's all I need to know." because it was the same way for Palantir. I was like, I don't care about Palantir. I was like, Peter Thiel? Yeah. I go, this guy makes things go up 100%. Compass? Oh, yeah, no problem. It IPO'd at 22. It was like 55. So Tilray, 14 was supposed to be the IPO. It opened at 20. It went to 300 in 2 months. So I don't.
Tilray to this day that was one of the craziest stock moves that I've seen.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. I miss it. We traded that thing like, oh my God, we traded that.
Yeah, I wasn't in TTG. I was, and it's crazy because I was buying puts literally all the way up, and people were like, you must be getting destroyed. But that thing was giving you so much volatility throughout the course of the day. It would go up $5, drop 10, go up 15.
Yeah,
it was like you just shorted every pop.
And then the day it went to 300, it went up like $150 that day.
Yeah,
it was like $150 stock.
My friend at Canaccord, this guy named Carrie, he's in Toronto. He had a sell order for 2,500 shares at 300, and he's like, "Oh man, I got heartburn." So he went down to I guess the little stores inside the office buildings where you can get like a newspaper to get Tums. He came back. It was 225. It dropped from
it?
What?
He canceled the order at 300?
No, it never got filled. It ticked 300, but it didn't fill his order. So he had 2,500 shares and it dropped and it was like 225.
I remember I bought put options when it was at like 280, 285. That to this day, that trade was one of the biggest trades I've made in the last few years. That was a 480% gain on the put options on Tilray, something like that.
That I never got so much press because so CNN tried to have me on to talk about Tilray, and I didn't even see the email because I was trading. And then they sent me another one. They're like, "Hey, can you come on and talk about this?" Because I had said that Tilray was like Bitcoin. I'm like, "Look, this thing's gonna run. It's the float's like locked up." I go, "But it's a $12 stock." The worst thing is, I was offered the IPO round, and I turned it down. I was like, I don't want to get in that. I was like, that thing's worth like $7. Oops. Did I see Kramer's comment on weed stocks? No, I don't listen. Kramer told people to buy Canopy at $60.
Yeah,
and he blocked me. So screw that
guy. Big ball. I can't. Yeah, no. If you missed your entry by a penny, that happens sometimes, my man. That happens sometimes. It happened to me yesterday. Yesterday on CATB, my first attempt at CATB, when I was trying to buy like 50,000 shares at 204, the stock got to 206. I missed it by I missed my entry by 2 cents, but I was able to come, and then I ended up buying it back. If you guys remember my live stream from last night, remember, if the stock's truly strong, you'll get more than one crack at it. And with CATB yesterday, I was able to buy the stock at 231, and then ended up going to 286. 286 was my final take profit. The stock went to 325. So I mean, yeah, Big Bala, if you missed your entry by 1 penny, I mean, that's just sometimes that's just kind of the breaks. Sometimes, it doesn't mean that your entry was bad.
Wolf only likes U.S. weed companies.
Nice. Indoor smokers got it at 212. Nice.
Yep, that's true. U.S. weed companies are destroying Canadian companies in every category that matters. They're beating them in revenue. My thoughts on Sundial? Hold on, I got something for you. Okay. Every time you guys ask me about Sundial, this is what I'm going to give you. Okay. It's a trade. If you think it's an investment, you're an idiot. All
No,
right.
they're not an idiot. They just don't know. They see the stock run. They just don't know.
Well, look, no, I'm sorry, but I don't want them to be bag holders. So I gotta tough talk them. Don't be a bag holder. That thing is 1,500 15 times off of it. That thing's got to go up 15 times. It's got to double 15 bagger to get back. You know, like the thing. It's you have to look at these companies, especially the Canadians. You have to look at their balance sheet. You have to be guys, there's just better opportunities. It's a trade at best. People at 14 thought it was a good idea. I've seen just too many people get crushed by this thing. So Sundial is awful. All right. Aurora is awful. Okay. T-God is awful. There isn't a Canadian company out there that is really good. The only ones that are worth buying are Canopy, Kronos, and Afria. And you're not buying Kronos because they're really good at making money. You buy them because they've got $1 billion in cash, and eventually they can pivot to something. You know, the U.S. companies, the highest in market cap U.S. company right now is Curaleaf. The highest market cap in Canada is Canopy. It also is the highest market cap period in pot stocks. Curaleaf does 103 million more per quarter than Canopy. It also has a lot less debt, better balance sheet, not anywhere near the write-downs, and I mean, what else is there? And a bigger addressable
it's
market.
night and day, guys. It's night, like the American companies on the versus the Canadian. It's night and day. The only reason why Curaleaf's market cap is less than Canopy's is because Canopy trades on a major listed exchange in the U.S. and Curaleaf doesn't. Curaleaf doesn't, and neither does TerraSen, Cresco Labs, TrueLeaf. Okay, but Aurora, Kronos, Tilray, these stocks trade on a major exchange because it is legal in Canada. The U.S. companies, it's still federally illegal, so they cannot list. It's crazy when you think about it. A Canadian marijuana company can list on the New York Stock Exchange, but a U.S. marijuana company cannot. That is the dumbest thing when you think about like the regulators in this country and the people that make these decisions, how stupid that is. But that's the world that we live in right now. And that's why a lot of hedge funds and, they're not able to buy these U.S. companies. They're not like when I was working at a hedge fund, we were not allowed to buy over-the-counter stocks. We were not allowed to buy OTC stocks. Okay, all of your U.S. cannabis companies are OTC stocks. None of them are listed on the NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange. None of them are listed on a major exchange. So, but one day that will change. And when that day comes, you are going to see a massive flight of capital out of the cannabis names, and it's going to rush into the American companies. Because you have a lot of people and funds that want exposure to cannabis, but can't buy the companies that they really want to buy. So what do? They end up buying Aurora, they end up buying Tilray, they end up buying Kronos, and IGC, Sundial. Like these are stocks that are trades. Okay. These are stocks that when cannabis is in the news, they are going to move. Aurora, Sundial, Tilray, IGC, Chrono, they're going to move when cannabis is in the news, but they are trades. They are much lower quality companies compared to the US companies. So when you get those moves in the marijuana stocks that are the Canadian ones, do not think, oh my God, this is it. I'm going to sink my teeth. I'm going to invest in these companies. They're a fraction of the quality of company of a stock like TrueLeaf, Green Thumb, Cresco Labs. Those companies are generating hundreds of millions of dollars more in revenue than the Canadian companies. So treat the Canadian companies as a trade, not as an investment. the better quality companies that are going to dominate once things are legal in the United States. They're already dominating. They're already beating the Canadian companies, and marijuana is legal in Canada. It's not legal here, and they're still dominating them. So those are the companies that you guys want to own long-term.
I love it. There's a lot of debate going on internally here, saying, "Why don't tell people not to buy Canadians? They're good trades." Yes, that's exactly what we said. They're good trades. That is it. Guys, I love it when a Canadian runs up. I just buy puts. It's been the most consistent trade since March of 2019. It's fade every pop. You've heard me say it. Every time there's a big pop, I tweet it. Okay, follow me. Planet 13. I like Planet 13. It's a great, it's an amazing dispensary. One of the best dispensaries in the United States. It also happens to be in Nevada. Okay, which is also a great market. But how do you scale that? I don't think you chase Planet 13 up here. Okay, that's just my opinion. So. Sorry if my negativity pisses you off on the Canadians. I'm trying to save you money, damn it.
We're not here to make friends. We're here to make money.
Yeah, you want to make friends? Be friends with Mike. I'm
a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. Like I'm a cool guy.
Not.
You guys want to hang out with me and get a beer when this is over? I'm down. I'm the cool guy.
I don't want to hang out. I don't. I'm just me and Glenny are just gonna hang out in a corner, like smoking cigars and just talking shit.
Listen, I'm gonna throw a giant pizza party and everyone's invited.
Giant pizza party.
Giant pizza party. All right, let's see. Next question, guys.
Red shirt wants to smoke. You guys get my shirt, right? Mike, you get this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I do. I'm not going to talk about it on the live, but I get it.
No, you don't. Oh my God, you don't get it. You don't get it. Look at the private chat.
Yeah. All right. So if Adam get, then they assume it's something about that a little kid would get. So.
Dude, everybody gets this. Oh my God. It's Point Break, dude. Johnny Utah, get me 2.
Yeah, like I said, something that nerds would. I got it. Okay.
My heart is breaking right now. My heart is breaking. What car do you drive? I drive a car with 4 wheels and a steering wheel. It's great. Gets me from point A to point B. Mike?
What?
What kind of car do you drive?
I don't want to talk about that. I drive.
He's like Jeff Bezos. You ever see Jeff Bezos when he was like getting interviewed for ABC? He was like a billionaire driving a Honda Accord. Mike drives a Honda Civic.
I have a Prius.
He's got a Honda Civic with a kit. It's a 10-second car.
It's actually a scooter. I have like one of those little scooters
with like a sidecar, like a Vespa with the
sidecar. Yes. And dude, I have Adam next to me in the sidecar. We just drive around together.
You guys should get me one of those for Christmas. You get me a little Vespa with the sidecar. That's all I want.
No, guys, no, I don't really have a Prius. I'm only kidding. I don't really have a Prius.
Guys, cars are depreciating assets. All right. Depending. All right. You, Adam, and my neighbor are the only ones that seem to buy cars that don't depreciate.
No, actually, my cars depreciate.
My car doesn't. One of my cars doesn't depreciate. Shugs don't. He's like, mine don't.
No, they do because he gets crushed at the dealership.
He does get crushed at the dealership.
Gets crushed.
I'm like, Adam. Adam, guys, Shug has a thing for Ferraris.
He doesn't care either. He gets crushed and just smiles.
And I'm like, and I remember it was like 2018, and he had like a California, then he got the 450 Italia, and then something else. And I'm like, Adam, how much money you lose every time you turn one of those in just to get another one? Like 3 months later, he's like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right, let's see. What do they say? Let's get back to some of these questions, guys. Let's see. We got a couple more minutes here. Some questions. Let's see.
CrowdStrike. People asking me about CrowdStrike.
Oh yeah, someone else I just saw the same kind. Yeah, someone asked me about CrowdStrike. Listen, CrowdStrike today had its gap up to all-time highs. I've got to share my screen. Let me share my screen real quick. We'll pull it up. So here's CrowdStrike today, guys. Gap up to all-time highs here. I like it. I like CrowdStrike. I think this stock will, and this stock has more room to the upside. We gapped above and broke above a triple top, just over 150 on earnings, and we did a nice job consolidating and holding above it. I think this CrowdStrike gap up today, I think this is going to be a typical day two move. I think this can be a typical day two move where a stock, gaps up and consolidates the gap up, and then you get the move higher on day two. I think we can see CrowdStrike push higher, maybe get up towards 168 to 170 tomorrow. I like this gap up above that triple top all-time high. Let's see now if we can stay above that level, and I think CrowdStrike could actually give you a little bit more upside. If you get a little bit of a gap up tomorrow on CrowdStrike, so let's say CrowdStrike opens up at like 163.50, 164. I think you can buy that thing or buy call options. You can ride that up towards 168 at least. I think that could be a nice trade idea for tomorrow for those of you that are looking at CrowdStrike. Should we jump on laser? Jasmine asks.
One thing I'll say about these Thiel IPOs, the day after they go, I mean, they're all over the place. All right, you want to pull it up? That's the intraday?
Yeah, this is after hours, bro. Okay, that's after hours.
That's after hours.
And then this is intraday.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to get Mike in this, guys. Twice.
I had my chance too in the afternoon. I had my chance. I didn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually got in this at 22.26, and then it was like going below 22, and I was like, let me take a little profit just in case it pulls back. So I took a little bit of profit at 22.50, thinking, all right, we'll get a pullback, and I'll just get a better average. And then this thing just ripped to 24, and almost 25. It got to 24.80, and then pulled back all the way back to 22, and then just ripped right back to 24. I mean, it was a fun trade, but look, it's like anything. You've got to, I don't want. We preach a lot, especially guys. This is in the EV sector, so don't tell anybody. Although one day I hope you guys are all asking, like, should we buy laser? Should we buy laser? But the same thing, like, I'd be patient, or I would go in very slow. Okay. So tier in, unless you get in, and let's say you catch a dollar move and then, pulls back to where you bought it, then maybe you can take on bigger size because you've got some insurance. But I wouldn't chase this. I know that I'm going to sell some at 27. I sold some after hours at 26.34, which was, I wasn't even expecting it. I just opened my my trading app and I was like, holy crap. So, look, it's never a good idea to chase anything. Do I think that this could go higher? Look, if history, stands, this thing would double. So this thing would end up being a $40 stock. I mean, the fact that it's in the EV sector, which is nuts, who knows? but it could very well end up being like a good long-term hold. But I first want to get some insurance on it. You know, that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I think this is going to actually be a really fun stock to trade in these next couple of days.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's going to be a really fun stock to trade.
Yeah, I'd love for you to trade it with me because
I'll be in there, bro. I'm coming. Don't worry. I'm coming in there. Don't worry.
I'm like,
Daddy's coming. Daddy's coming, kids.
I'm like, this is what I need to chart.
I'll be in there, man. I'll be in there. I won't leave you hanging. Don't worry about it. I'm coming. What stock is that? Says Ken. That's a Laser, LAZR. It's a new SPAC play EV company.
Yeah.
Elon Musk's cat wants to know, what do you mean by insurance?
So what I mean by insurance, and I mean this on anything from an option to a stock, is, so let's say I buy something at $10 and then let's say I sell it at 11, okay? And then it pulls back to 10 and I reload, okay? The way I look at it is I've got $1 worth of insurance, okay? So what that means to me is, you know, if I'm serious about the position, you know, I can stay in it as long as $9 and not get hurt, you know, without giving up any of like the risk. I'm basically just giving up my profit, you know, at that point, which, you know, you shouldn't do, but the insurance will keep you in trades longer, make you more confident. And sometimes, and usually the way I do it is if I buy something at 10, sell it at 11 and get back in at 10, I'll buy more of the position, or I will use that difference to increase my position with house money. All right. That's what I mean by insurance. Like your insurance is like, because, you know, guys, in this market, everything can change at the drop of a hat. Right. So you want to be taking profit. That way you've got a count, like a rolling count of like, okay, I took, you know, like the position that I sold after hours was worth like $600. Okay. So it's like $600, and, you know, let's say it pulls back. Now I'm like, okay, I can get back my old position, but I could also get $600 worth of stock if I want to, you know. That's what I mean by insurance. It's just a way to keep me in trades longer, and keep me confident, keep me excited, and also give me the ability to increase my risk. Yeah, it's not really blackjack, Boax. It's more like craps. Okay, if you guys know how to play craps, and you know how to, like, you know, you take your money, you got money on the 8 or the 6, take your money, and then you press it. Okay, press. That's all I'm doing. I play the stock, like my game of stock market is the craps table. Okay, I don't focus on slots or any of that other stuff. Mike loves craps too.
I do love craps. I play. I'm craps and blackjack.
And Shug likes to ask you for chips and then says, "Oh yeah, I'll pay you back."
This is very, very true.
He still owes me money from like 2 years ago.
Never gonna see it.
And every time we're in Vegas, I'm like, "Yo, can I have some chips?" He's like, "Come on." He's like, "Dude, I'll send you a wire." I'm like, "Dude, if you send me a wire, I'm gonna have to pay taxes on that." Fucking Shug, man, Shug.
All right, cool, guys. All right, we're coming up here on the we're coming up here towards the end of our Q&A. Before we do, I want to see here. I want to know how many. We have a lot of people that are on the live right now here tonight. Almost about 1,000 people that are on the live as we speak right now. How many of you that are on here right now are brand new traders? If you guys are brand new to trading, type the number 1 in chat right now if you guys are brand new. All right, we got Jack Doherty, Shanetta, damn you, Chef Daddy, Eric, Matthew, Good and Bad, Dan B, Dan, Joe Blow, Krista, Jacob, Diza, Parker, Mike, Lamzu, Austin, Mr. C, Gandhi, Kuzo, Santa Lucas. Nice. Indoor Smokers just signed up for the full year membership. Welcome to the TTG family. Wow, look at all those ones, Jay.
Wow.
Wow, look at all those ones. That's a lot of ones, guys. That's a lot of brand new members. Wow. That is a lot of brand new members that are here in chat. Wow. Guys, good. Listen, I'm really happy to see. Nice. Sanam Empowerment just signed up for the 1 year membership. Sanam, welcome to the TTG family. I like it. I like seeing all my family getting bigger, baby. I like it. Welcome to the family. Guys, I like seeing. Nice. Mario just joined. Says, I love it already. Mario, welcome to the family.
Hey, Mario.
Very nice. 2 days in the chat room, green both days from Indoor Smokers. Very nice. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful. Guys, listen, for those of you, I'm glad to see so many of you that are brand new to trading. I'm so happy to see so many of you. I can't even talk on the live that are brand new to this, because, you know, getting started trading, it's never too early, it's never too late. And this is a skill that you can take with you, honestly, until the day that you die. You can take this skill with you to the day that you die. And it's not even if you're not actively trading, maybe later on, but just to have the ability to be able to make better investment decisions in the long term. I look at it this way. When you guys learn about trading and you learn about the markets, you're learning how to generate income by actively trading. And then you're learning how to build wealth by investing. Okay, so by active trading, that generates income, and then by learning how to invest, that generates wealth. We are actually in the process of loading up Jason and my long-term portfolios up on the TTG website. Jason's long-term portfolio is already up there. My long-term portfolio, I own like 200 different stocks, so it's taking a little bit longer. But my long-term portfolio will be up there on the site as well, and I plan on coming out with a course on long-term investing as well in the very near future. So, you know, welcome all of you that are brand new, and I'm happy to see so many of you that are on here that are spending the time at 9:30 at night when you guys could be, you know, messing around doing something else. You're on this live stream with me, the Wolf, True Trading Group, and you guys are focusing on trying to learn how to become a consistently profitable trader, and I welcome it. Okay, I welcome it. I also want to make sure with you guys that are newbies here that you're not shy. I want you guys, if you're a newbie, go ahead and ask questions. I want to take the last couple of minutes of the Q&A. We'll spend like maybe 5 or 7 minutes just answering a couple more questions, but specifically from newbies. If you are a newbie and maybe you've been a little shy to communicate in chat, you've been a little shy to ask maybe what you would consider a dumb question. Okay, there's no such thing as a stupid question. You know, if you have the question, believe me, somebody else probably shares that same question with you. And don't forget, I've been doing this for 16 years, but I also had a day one. Okay, so go ahead, newbies, ask us questions. Can you explain your program? Sure. Guys, True Trading Group is, I mean, we're one of the fastest growing online educational communities for traders, but I teach the everyday person, or we teach the everyday person, how to become a consistently profitable trader. What I do, I began my trading career working at a hedge fund. That was my first experience with trading. When I got hired at the hedge fund, I had to go through a 3-month educational program before they let me trade $1 of their money. I have taken that educational program, I've simplified the material, and I've created my own courses. And that is what I teach to my TTG members. All right. So when it comes to True Trading Group, you guys aren't getting any gimmicks or anything like a special pattern that no one knows about. No, it's just good old fashioned hardcore professional education. The same stuff that if you got hired at a hedge fund tomorrow and they put you through their training program, this is the kind of stuff that you would be learning. And that's what our program is all about. We trade stocks, we trade options, we day trade, we swing trade. We are not scalpers. We are not in and out of trades within seconds. We are traditional day traders, which means our trades last several minutes to several hours long intraday. And then we also do swing trade, where we hold on to positions for several days, sometimes even several weeks. So like I said, and we trade stocks and options, small caps, mid caps, large caps, ETFs, you name it, we trade it. All right. So that's the TTG program. My formal education is a degree in finance. Why did I leave my job? It closed. So between 2008 and 2009, 50% of all the hedge funds went out of business between 08 and 09. That was the Great Recession. That was the market crash, the subprime mortgage crisis. I don't know if you guys weren't in the markets back then, or if maybe you're too young. But back in between 08 and 09, the markets fell about 55% from their highs. It was the darkest time, at least of my lifetime. I mean, people thought that the crash during the coronavirus was bad. That was nothing. That was nothing compared to what went on in 2008, 2009. In 2008, we were 48 hours away from you going to the ATM machine and the bank saying, "I'm sorry, I don't have your money." We were 48 hours away from that being a reality in 2008. So during that time, the market fell 55%, and half of the hedge funds went out of business. So let's see. Next question. Like I said, guys, newbies. Is Robinhood a good app to use? Austin, no. Robinhood sucks. Robinhood is terrible. Robinhood's claim to fame was they came on the scene and they were the only broker that offered zero commission trading. That is no longer the case. Okay. E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, they all offer zero commission trading. Therefore, their platforms are 100 times better than Robinhood. Therefore, there is no longer any reason for anyone to be using Robinhood. Their platform constantly crashes, and it's just not as good as E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab. And now that they have zero commission-free trading, there's no point in being in Robinhood. Been trading for a year with $1,000 on a margin account, and it only goes up 200 or down 200 around there. What should I do to get up out of this range and hit 25,000? Adam, I don't know what you're trading. It's a very general question. So I'm not sure what you are trading that is making you go up or down $200.
I would go ahead, please.
I'm just going to say that I would tell you to learn how to trade options, number one, but stick to low-level volatility options, like a US Steel, which is something that the Wolf trades almost on a daily basis. And then I would tell you since you're on the margin account, you can trade with much larger size than just the $1,000 that's in there. You'll have, probably 4 times your leverage on your $1,000 that are in there. Just call outs and Discord chats. Oh God.
That's why,
Adam. That's why. Get out of whatever the Discord chats are that you're in and stop trying to chase alerts that you're getting in a Discord chat. That's why your account just keeps going like this.
Yeah.
If you want to get your account from 1,000 to 25,000, stop trying to follow, just chats in a Discord. Get an actual professional education. We actually just conducted a how to grow a small account workshop entry training group for our members that have less than $25,000 in their accounts. And the workshop was actually titled How to Grow a $500 Account to a $25,000 Account. We just did an entire 2-hour-long workshop in our TTG chat room with all of our members, and I hosted it, where I talked to you guys about specific risk management strategies, what type of stocks you should be trading. I would tell you with a small account, stay away from any of the real high volatile stocks. Stay away from the small caps that are halting. Stay away from Tesla options, Roku options. Stay away from same day or next day expiration options on anything. Like, you want to trade options that expire anywhere from 2 weeks to a month out on slower moving stocks, so until you guys gain your footing. Too many people, when they have small accounts, they try to hit the home run to grow the account quickly. That is not how you grow a small account. You do not grow a small account by hitting home runs and doubling your account every time that you hit a winning trade. That's how you completely wipe yourself out. You grow a small account slowly, incrementally, and your focus when you're growing a small account should not be making money. Your focus should be building your account. And you might say, well, I have to make money to build the account. Right. But the mentality is totally different. Okay. Like you can't be in a trade and be like, okay, I should take profit here, but I'm only up $50. So you're like, I'm just going to hold it. That is you not focusing on building your account. And that's you focusing on making money. You're not going to sit here. Your goal is to not make money with $1,000 account. Your goal is to take $1,000 account, build it to a $5,000 account, then build it to a $10,000 account so that now you are starting to make real money. You're going to start by taking that 1,000 and it becomes 1,100, then it becomes 1,250, then it becomes 1,500, then 1,800, then 2,100, then 2,500, then 20, and you grow that account little by little so that you'll eventually have the buying power to where you could be making 100, 200, 300 bucks a day while you continue to grow that account. So too many traders say, oh, well, I've only got $1,000. You're like, well, I'm not going to sell because I'm only up $70. You're like, well, $70, now your account's 1,070, and then you'll be 1,140. And like, that's how you grow the account. That should be your main focus, not swinging for the fences and figuring like, how do I turn this 1,000 into 2,000 right now? That's how you blow up your account. And that's the wrong mindset, but that's how so many people think because they feel like with the small account, they feel handcuffed. They feel like they're handicapped. They feel like they can't make any money. And that's why I'm telling you that you need to focus on building the account up and stay away from the high volatile stocks, stay away from all those like swing for the fence, home run trades. You want to stick to the nice, slow and steady wins the race. It was the tortoise that won the race, not the hare. Remember that.
Guys, you can't get into gimmicks. Black box stocks, that's a gimmick.
All right, guys, let's see. All right. So guys, that just about does it, I think, now for the Q&A. We spent about an hour on the Q&A. I always go over. I always spend more time on that. I get so caught up in your guys' questions. I want to answer as many as we possibly can. We still miss probably thousands that go through in the chat. But we're going to finish off the Q&A there because we have some lessons and really important lessons that I want to go over with you guys here tonight in this live stream, which is, I titled the live, The Secret to Trading, but there's, we're going to really focus on this a lesson that I was able to take from the day today that allowed me to be green on the day when I very easily could have been red if I did not follow this specific thing, this specific lesson that I'm going to share with you guys. So what I want to do here real quick right now, guys, you see my Twitter handles right there at the bottom of the screen. It is at MikeEdward_TTG. Go ahead and guys, give me a follow there on Twitter. I'm always posting trade ideas and trade recaps and market commentary, some other educational stuff on my Twitter. So go ahead there and give me a follow there on Twitter at MikeEdward_TTG. All right. And I want to just now, before we get into the lessons of the day, I want to just kind of segue real quick into those of you that are newbies. Okay. For those of you that are newbies and for everyone that's on here, we have about 1,000 people that are on this live. I want to make sure that you all understand that the importance of you, especially to the newbies, the importance of you getting a professional education early on in your career is crucial. You want to make sure that you build the foundations, the core foundations, the rules, the discipline early in your career before you start to develop a lot of bad habits. It's like golf. If you want to, every time you tell somebody that's a golfer, and you tell them, hey, I'm going to start golf and I just picked it up, their first words out of their mouths to you are going to be get lessons now so you don't develop bad habits. Same exact concept applies to trading. So I want to make sure that those of you that are starting, that are brand new, you guys are just starting out, or those of you that are just interested in general, we do have a 7-day trial at True Trading Group that I want to make sure you guys are well aware of. It's just a one-time payment of $3. $3. That's it. It's not reoccurring. It's a one-time payment of $3. Okay. One-time payment of $3. All right. You guys can go right there to the bottom of your screen. It is ttgthree.com. That trial gets you 7-day access to our member dashboard to see the resources and tools available to you as a full-time member of True Trading Group. You're going to be able to use our stock profile tool, which allows you to type in any ticker symbol, get a downloadable PDF report that gives you general information, SEC filings, news, insider transactions, analyst ratings. That's information that can help you make your trading and investment decisions. You're also going to get our daily premium watch list, which gives you the list of stocks that we are focusing on the day and how we plan on profiting from them. Where are we buying? Where are we selling? Okay, that's our daily premium watch list. You guys get that. You also get 3 sample courses. These are 3 courses, okay, that I wrote, okay, specifically for this trial program. They're a condensed version of our courses that you get as a full-time member, but nonetheless, those are still excellent courses that are guaranteed to help make you guys better traders. All right, those are sorry guys, I'm just reading messages. Those are 3 courses that are guaranteed to make you guys better. There's Darren says right there, guys, it's totally worth it. So guys, I'm telling you now, whether you've never traded stock a day in your life or you've been trading for 10 years, these are courses that will probably be worth, they're probably worth a few $100 alone just on those courses, but you guys are getting them just for $3. You're also going to get access to 3 days in our live trading chat room. Okay, that's 3 days in our live trading chat room where you guys can receive real-time trade alerts. You can DM and ask any of our pro trader moderators. You can DM me, the Wolf, ask us questions throughout the trading day. We share our screen with you during the day, so you see exactly what we're seeing. And then I will also, myself, the Wolf, the other moderators, we're also live on the microphone talking to you guys throughout the course of the day, telling you what we're seeing, what we're doing. And I will always tell everybody what I'm buying before I buy it, and I tell them what I'm selling before I sell it. Okay, I always tell everybody what I'm doing before I do it. All right, so that's very important for you guys. It's very easy to follow along with our trades because none of us are also scalpers. But again, guys, the chat room, it's like 30% of a membership to 2 Trading Group. We're really a platform of tools, resources, and products. But I want to make sure that you guys are aware of that, and you also will see all of our trade history. We'll see all of our trade history. Because myself, the Wolf, all the moderators in chat, we're fully transparent. We keep a trading journal of all of our trades. Okay? Right there on the website. Right there for you on the website. And we're sporting about a 78 or 79% win rate right now in the chat room. Okay. So again, for those of you that are interested in the trial program, you guys can join us in chat tomorrow. Right there, bottom of your screen, guys, go to www.ttgtree.com, and that can get you that 7-day trial for a one-time payment of just $3. You can upgrade to a full-time membership at any time. Okay, you can upgrade to a full membership at any time, but you're under no obligation to do so. All right. So I want to make sure for those of you that are, make sure you guys are aware of that. All right. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's it for you, Wolf.
It is, guys. Guys, it's been real. I'm going to leave you with this for the rest of tonight. Mike makes really great cat posters. Hang in there. Smash that like button. Okay, guys, it's been real. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got to wake up early because my fingers and thumbs need a rest from all the profit we've been taking in the last couple of months. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Later. All right, guys. It's just you and me now. Every night, you and me. Let's get down to business because I got some important lessons that I want to go over with you guys here now tonight. Before we do, I'm going to get into what I think is one of the most important aspects of trading that I'm going to drill into your skulls tonight. Absolutely crucial, important for you to do what I'm about to explain to you in order to become a consistently profitable trader, and has everything to do with taking profit. It has everything to do with tier trading. And I'm going to go over and explain to you guys how to tier trade and how and when and where you should be taking profit on specific positions to protect the rest of your position. The Wolf calls it insurance. I just call it taking profit when your targets are reached. You can call it whatever you want. The concept is still the same. And I'm going to go over with you. I'm going to walk you guys through that tonight. Okay. I'm going to go over that with you guys tonight. All right. Before we get into that, if you guys are excited to learn about what we are going to be talking about and the lessons that we're going to be going over, go ahead, guys, and smash that like button. I want to see if we can get ourselves up to over 500 likes on this live stream tonight. I'm going to share with you guys. I'm telling you now, this is one of the most important physical things that you can do as a trader, because a lot of the best lessons that you're going to go through and you're going to learn as a trader are going to be in your head. They're going to be psychological lessons. This is a lesson that we can actually talk about that has psychological aspects to it, but the most important parts of it, I'm going to go over with you physically taking profit in the right places. And I'm going to show you guys my trades from today, because my trades from today, my trades from today on, it was NSCO, it was LIZI, and it was EVK, okay? And these trades, I did not get follow through on either one of my trades. I did not get to the final take profit targets on either one of my trades. But I was getting first take profit, second take profit, and the trade would pull back in, and I would not get the extension. And I'm going to explain to you guys the tier trading strategy, because that is something that I learned when I worked at the hedge fund, that when you're getting in and out of very large positions, when you work for a fund, you can't do it in one trade. Like, I can't just go and buy $5 million in one trade, right? You've got to buy it in pieces. You got to sell it in pieces. So that's where this whole concept came about. But then now, since I went, now I'm trading on my own. Obviously, I'm not buying a $5 million position size, but the concept still applies. And I've tweaked the tier trading method so that it applies to retail trading. And the entire concept behind tier trading is to do two things. It's designed specifically to do two things: help you stay in winning trades longer, and to help you keep losing trades small. Okay. The lessons we're going to go over here today, I'm going to show you in these examples how we can make the exact same trade. Okay. Entry and then final exit. And I'll walk away with profit and you'll walk away with a loss. I'm going to show you those examples here now, and then you're going to see how big of a difference the tier trading can make in your net P&L at the end of the month, because it's literally the difference between a green day and a red day. We're not talking about the difference of like a one trade. It's a difference between a green day and a red day. Okay, you're talking, depending on, what a day is for you, that's $100, if not thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars in difference in your monthly P&L by implementing this trading style that I call tier trading. Okay, so that's what we're going to be going over here today. Some mental aspects that I want to touch upon here first with you guys is, I want to be very clear with you. You are never going to catch a stock's entire move, so don't ever try to. Don't ever try to buy the exact bottom and sell the exact top. You're never going to do it. Don't try. Trading is not perfect. Nothing about trading is perfect. So your entry is not going to be perfect, and your take profit's not going to be perfect. Meaning, I sold out of that CATB trade yesterday at $2.86. It went to $3.25. Am I kicking and screaming and boo-hooing and panting? No, I made 24% on the trade. Am I trying to get out at $3.25 if the high of the day is $3.25? No, I'm not. And the reason why I tell you no, I'm not trying to do that is because if you actually try to do that, that is when you are going to fail to take profit when you should. You're going to hold on to trades too long. Resistance levels are going to hold. The high of the day is going to get put in. The stock's going to start to pull back. And then you say to yourself, okay, well, if it gets back there, then I'll sell. Then I'll take profit. Well, guess what happens, folks? It never gets back there. It never gets back there. Okay. So I identify profit targets before I enter a trade. Okay. Before I enter a trade, I identify four things. I identify four levels: my stop loss, my first take profit, my second take profit, and my third take profit. You need to know those four levels before you enter a trade. Before you enter a trade, you can't enter a trade and then figure out those levels later. You figure out those levels before you enter the trade, because it's important that you become robotic when you're in the trade. It's important that you become, that you stick to your game plan. And that's the game plan. Those levels I just identified, that's your game plan. If you're buying a stock at $5, let's say your stop loss is $4.50, your take profits are $5.56 and $6.75. Your game plan therefore is you're going to stop out at $4.50, and then when the stock gets to $5.50, you take a piece of profit, then another profit, then another profit when your targets are reached. Now, I trade in these 3 tiers. Profit target 1, I sell 25% of my position. Profit target 2, I sell 50% of my position. Profit target 3, I sell the final 25% of my position. Now, sometimes when I think I'm getting really good follow through, that last 25% piece, I'll break that up into 2, and I'll hold on to like maybe 10 or 15% of my position in case it's one of those that just keeps on going and going and going, and I'll just drop one all the way at what would be considered like a 4th take profit target. Now, you might be saying to me, well, Mike, how do I know what a profit target is? Like, how do I identify a profit target? How do I know where to take profit? That's what we're going to go over here today on this live stream, because a profit target is a potential area of resistance. That is what a profit target is. When I come up with profit target areas, I'm not just randomly picking numbers out of a hat. Okay, there are very specific things that I look for a stock to do by understanding price action, by understanding how stocks trade when they have momentum or when they don't have momentum. And profit targets are potential areas of resistance. So what I do is when I identify potential areas of resistance, I want to take profit in front of the potential resistance area, because as traders, we do not know what resistance level is going to break and what resistance level is going to hold. Now, if a resistance level holds, that means the stock is going to pull back in because the stock was not able to break through it and the stock pulls back. We don't know which level is going to break and which level is going to hold. Okay. And that's why I say to you guys, do not try to catch a stock's entire move. Okay. That's not your job. Your job as a trader is not to catch a stock's entire move. Your job as a trader is to identify high probability setups. Put yourself on the right side of that probability over and over again and profit from that price action. That is your job. If a stock goes from $10 to $20, your job is not to buy at 10 and sell at 20. Your job is to identify a setup in that stock to say, wow, this is a great looking setup. It's got a high probability of moving higher from here. Maybe it takes you, the stock goes to $12 and then you realize, wow, this is a great looking setup. I'm going to look for an entry. Maybe you buy the stock at $11.50. The high of the day is $12.50. You buy on a pullback, the stock goes up to $12.50. That's the high of the day. Well, we talked about what are profit targets. They're potential areas of resistance. The high of the day is always going to be a potential area of resistance. So when a stock gets to the high of the day, I'll take 25% of my position right off the table. Then the stock breaks through the high of the day. Now, where is my potential area of resistance now? Maybe it's at 1350. Maybe 1350, there's resistance on the daily chart. Maybe that's a gap fill. Maybe that's the 50-day moving average on the daily chart. Maybe that's structure resistance from 2 years ago. These are all things. These are all potential things that I will look for to say that's a potential area of resistance. So maybe it's 1350. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take now 50% of my position off in front of 1350. Very important words that I want you to hear coming out of my mouth is in front of the resistance level. I take profit when the stock is going up. I do not wait for the stock to come down in order for me to take profit. By then it's too late. So what I will do is, let's say the stock is at 1280, 1290, 13, and I'm saying 1350 is an area of resistance. I'm taking profit in front of it. So when the stock's at 13, 1310, 1315, I will throw a limit order out in front of 1350. So maybe 1338, maybe 1342, 1343, just whatever. I just throw a limit order in front of 1350. This way, here's 1350. As the stock is approaching 1350, I get filled. I get filled. Take profit. Great. Because now, does 1350 break? Or what if it holds and the stock pulls back in? If you wait for the stock to pull back in and then say, okay, now I'm going to take profit here. Well, guess what? The stock keeps pulling in because this level did not break. And now you do not get your profit off the table. And now you find yourself chasing the stock lower and you watch your profit disappear. You watch your profit evaporate in front of your eyes. You do not sell stocks on the way down. You sell stocks on the way up. You do not buy stocks. Okay, you want to buy stocks as they pull back. You want to sell stocks as they move higher. Excuse me, as they move higher. Okay, so I'm taking profits in front of these levels as the stock goes into them. Now, using that exact same example, and I'm going to get to the actual my trades from the day. I'm going to walk you guys through them. But let's say you still have that resistance level and the stock gets through. Now, let's say the stock gets to 1350. I take profit. 50% of my positions off the table. Then we break through 1350. Boom. And the stock explodes through 1350. I'm like, wow, okay, we just got through 1350. I'm still in the trade. I'm still in the trade. I still have 25% of my position. I'm still in it. Now, what do? We go back to the chart. Now, I don't have to go back to the chart at this point because I've already done this work. Remember what I told you? I identify 4 levels before I pull the trigger. Stop loss, first take, second take, third take. So I already know where's my third take profit target. Let's say maybe there's resistance at 15. Okay, guys, I'm going to explain to you guys how to do this with the PDT rule. I will explain to you guys how to do this with PDT rule in just a moment because you can still do this with PDT rule. Okay, PDT rule allows you to sell in tiers but not enter in. So let's say you buy 1,000 shares. You can sell 250, 500, 250. That's 1 day trade. But if you buy 500 shares and then you buy another 500 shares and then you sell 250, 500, 250, that's going to be 2 day trades. So it's a round trip on your entry. Okay, so you can take profits in tiers even if you guys are bound by PDT rule. Okay, as long as you're not buying back. Okay, so if you buy back again, then you guys are going to be hit with 2 day trades. Okay, so this is very important. So now I'm still in 25% of my position. The stock is still extending higher. And now let's say on the chart, I don't know, $15, okay, is another level of resistance. Okay, the stock gets up to $15. I take my final take profit there at 15. And then let's say the stock continues and goes to 18. I don't care. I don't care. Because I'm never going to catch a stock that goes from, let's say, 6 to 60 in 1 day. Like, you guys remember SPI and Kodak? Those stocks, like Kodak went from like $7 or $8 to $60 in 1 day. I crushed Kodak, crushed it. But I still left like $20, okay, on the table. And I could care less. Do you want to know why I can care less, guys? Because it's not my job to catch a stock's entire move. It is not normal for a stock to go from 6 to 60. But you know what is normal? For a stock to go from 6 to 8. That is normal. A stock will go from 6 to 60 maybe 5 times an entire year. Are you going to base your trading style and your strategy and your rules for 5 trades the entire year? Or are you going to base your style and trading strategy for the other 500? You tell me which one you think, if you're more successful on the 5 versus the 500, which one's going to make you more money. Now, we're still making money on the ones that go from 6 to 60. So maybe the one that went from 6 to 60, maybe I buy it at 8 and I'm up by 14 or 15 or 16, and then it goes to 60. I still crushed it. And I can always buy the stock back. Now, if you're under PDT rule, you're going to have a harder time buying the stock back. But if you're not under PDT rule, or you're in a cash account and you're not bound by PDT rule, or you're over 25 grand on a margin account, you can always buy the stock back. You can always buy it back. But if you sit there and you try to hold on to that position for the entire move to try to catch the exact top, you are never, ever going to maximize your profits. Ever. You might maximize your profits on 1 or 2 trades where you might make more than me, because I took profits in pieces. You just held your entire position for the whole way. So there might be a handful of trades where you'll make more money than me on that individual trade. But all the other trades, like today, when I'm walking away with profit, you're walking away with a loss. And believe me, folks, when the rest of the year works itself out, that is going to leave me with 10 times more profit than you. These are the things that are more important. And if you want to be consistently profitable, you have to understand how and when to properly take profits on your trades, to not only lock in the profit, but to protect your downside on the rest of your position. Because there are ways, by using the tier trading strategy, for you to still be profitable on a failed trade, or at least not lose, break even on a failed trade. So right now, currently, if you enter a failed trade, you're losing money every single time it's a failed trade, not me. Because by me tearing out of my positions and saying, I'm going to take profit at profit target 1, maybe the trade fails. I've already sold 25% of my position for profit. And then as the stock pulls in, yeah, maybe I'll take a loss on the position. But instead of losing max loss on the full position, I have the 25% of the position off for profit, which reduces my risk now on the rest of the trade, because now I only have 75% of my size, and I'll take a loss on 75% and then a profit on 25%. So let's say if I was risking $5,000 on the trade, instead of me losing $5,000, I'll lose 3 or 3,500. If you were risking $200 on the trade, instead of you losing 200, you lose 115, 120, which now greatly reduces the average size of your loss. By you reducing the average size of your loss, you will in turn increase your net P&L at the end of the month. This is how you help yourself become consistently profitable. By every single time you have a failed trade, you don't lose your ass. Okay? You don't lose your ass. And you lock in profits on the way up instead of you being a greedy little pig and holding on for the entire move. And the stock goes from 6 to 8. You don't do a single thing. And then it goes back to 6. And you just let an entire trade where you were up hundreds and thousands of dollars. And now you're back to break even. Why? Because you were greedy and you thought the stock was going to 10. Your job is not to catch a stock's entire move. You do not know how high that stock is going to go. But what you do know is that when a stock gets to a potential area of resistance, you want to take some profit in case that's the resistance level that does not break. And every time the stock gets to a new resistance level, you take more, you take more, you take more, until eventually, folks, you run out of shares. And if the stock keeps going and you have no more shares left, that is a wonderful problem to have. This is what being a consistently profitable trader is all about. This is the stuff that people don't teach you. This is the stuff that nobody talks about. This is the stuff that you want to roll your sleeves up. You want to get into the trenches with me on a daily basis. This is the stuff you're going to learn. This is how you're going to start to trade. You're going to stop swinging for the fences, and you're going to start to follow game plans. You're going to start to stick to rules. You're going to stay disciplined, and you're going to trade instead of gambling. Big difference between the two. Let's get to my trades today, and I want to show you guys examples of just what I'm talking about. NSCO was the first trade of the day. Okay, NSCO was the first trade of the day that we where this entire trade, this strategy was implemented. And on my very first trade, my first entry was right here on this pullback into my VWAP indicator, but I only got a partial fill. Okay, I only got a partial fill. So we put in this high. I drew up my Fibonacci levels. The VWAP lined up with 23.6 Fib level. I absolutely loved the volume on this push higher. So I'm looking to buy a pullback into that buying zone. And I right there was, and I got a partial fill. A partial fill on my first entry on NSCO, which sucked, because if I got my full fill, this would be a totally different trade because the stock went up like $1.25, $1.50 from that entry. But I got a partial fill. I only got filled for about like 20% of my order that was sitting there. So that was a little frustrating to have not gotten into that trade, the full size. But even though I missed that fill, the stock starts to extend and we break through the high of the day. Now, just because I'm in partial size, I even said this in chat on the microphone. I came on the mic and I told everybody, guys, it was a partial fill, okay, but I still have to treat this as I would if I got my full fill. I got to stick to my game plan. I got to stick to my rules. I can't just now, it's small size, so I'm not going to take profit. I'm just going to hold and see if it goes to 10. That would be me being greedy. That would be me not sticking to my profit targets. That would be me not following my strategy, not sticking to my game plan, not being disciplined, not sticking to the rules. So just because I got the partial fill and it was small size, I still got to follow these profit targets. So on that pullback down to 665, okay, high of the day was 725. We shot right up through towards the high of the day. Okay, I took 25% of my position off at the high of the day because high of the day can sometimes be an area of resistance. Then we extend higher through the high of the day, and I take 50% of my position off the table, even though now I'm in very small size because I only had a partial fill. But I'm still sticking to my game plan. I'm taking profits. It's a small gain. So be it. It's better than me just holding on to the trade, doing nothing, and then seeing the stock reverse on me and then take a loss. Okay, profit is profit. Green is green. But then now here's where things got interesting because I added back to my position on this pullback and I got back up to now my full size. So now I'm back up to full size on that pullback, okay, because we were pulling back into prior highs and VWAP, and I was looking for a trade line VWAP crossover, and I just loved the volume on the stock. So I actually bought back on this dip, and then what happened? We pushed up higher. We got to the high of the day, right? So 25% of my position comes off the table, and then the trade failed. And then the trade fails. So now I'm actually walking away from this trade now, stopping out of my position there as we break below VWAP and trade line. Okay. But had I not taken any of these profits off the table, if I had just been a greedy little pig and looked on the daily chart and said to myself, man, this stock has room all the way to $10. I didn't do that. Instead, I sat here and I started to say to myself, where are potential areas of resistance? And here was one potential area of resistance that was there right around 725. And as I pan this over and I draw that line, that was that first take profit. You see the first take profit lines up with that line. So that was my entry. The first take profit, not only was an area on the daily chart, but it's also the current high of the day at the time that I took the first profit off the table. Okay. So that's what I mean by take profit, take profit. I added back. And now on this add back, this is where the real lesson lies. Let me delete the first trade because that was small size, right? This is where where I really felt the difference in my P&L because there's the full size entry. Had I not taken any profit off the table, this pullback was to 727. We got up to 797. Okay. And that was the first 25% of the profit comes off the table. Had I not done that, had I not taken any of that profit, if I just said to myself, you know what, this thing looks great. I think we're going to explode. I'm not taking any profit. And I did not act because this is what I thought the stock was going to do. I thought this is what the stock was going to do. This is what I thought it was going to do, but it didn't. And if I allowed myself to get greedy and not stick to my rules, which is take profit at the high of the day, then I'm not walking away from this trade with a partial loss. I'm walking away from this trade with a full loss. A full loss. And when you're talking about several thousands of shares, it's a big difference. So now I'm walking away from this trade now with a piece of profit on 25% of my position, still net negative on the trade overall because I'm stopping out of 75% of my position, but it is a far smaller loss simply because I took 25% off at the high of the day. A much smaller loss rather than the inexperienced trader saying, oh, I think the stock's going to go to 9. So they don't do anything. It does not go to 9. The stock reverses. They don't stop out of their position. It comes down to here. And then I get a DM in chat. Mike, I'm still in NSCO. What do I do? Right? Do you think it's going to go back up? I'm still in NSCO. I'm like, why are you still in NSCO? That stop loss was triggered. You know, we said we were stopping out around $7.15. So why are you still in it when it's at $6.30? Right? So this is a prime example of how taking a piece of profit off the table at a potential area of resistance, which is the high of the day, will be a potential area of resistance. I'm walking away from that trade unscathed. Okay, walking away from that trade unscathed. All right. So that was the first one on the day. Then we had Lizzie, Lizi. Okay, then we had Lizzie, Lizi. Another one. This was a profitable trade, but I did not get the follow through that I was looking for. Okay, so Lizi gives me a trade line VWAP crossover. I won't get too much into the trade line VWAP crossover, but it's confirmed right there by the increasing volume. Okay, because the lesson here today is not the trade line VWAP crossover. How does he know it's going to be the high of the day? Justin, it's not that I know it's going to be the high of the day. It is the high of the day. I'm referring to the price that is already the current high of the day. So when you buy a stock on a pullback, if you're buying a stock on a pullback, then that means the high of the day is above you. So when the stock goes back to the high of the day, that's a potential area of resistance. So you take profit at it. It's the current high of the day. Okay. Okay. So now Lizi, I traded this one early in the day, and then we actually had Chris Toner, one of our other moderators. So I caught this move, and then Chris Toner caught that move. Okay, so Chris Toner is one of our moderators in chat, and we both caught, we both made nice profit on this trade today, but at two different times. But for the point of the lesson of the day, let's go back. Okay, and here was your current high of the day, right? We get the trade line VWAP cross that pushes us to test the high of the day, and then here's your pullback into the trade line, which is a buying zone after you get a trade line and VWAP crossover. Like I said, I'm not going to get into the trade line VWAP crossover now because we'll be here too late. The point of the lesson here today is about the taking profits, not the trade line VWAP cross. So there's my entry point right there on the pullback into the trade line. Okay, there's the entry. And again, guys, these are 3-minute candles. These are not like 1-minute candles. We're like, oh my God, he's in and out so fast. These are 3-minute candles. Okay. So there's the entry right there in front of that trade line. We push up to the high of the day, which at the time, was 489 was your high of the day. Okay. At the time, this pullback was down to 444. Okay. 444. And then there's the entry in front of the trade line. And then we push ourselves up to where? The high of the day. So what do? We take 25% of our position off at the high of the day. Okay. And then the stock breaks through the high of the day and starts to push. This chart is kind of like all skewed because of the way that if I zoom this in too far, you'll see it starts to get a little bit bigger. And then we took another piece of profit off as the stock extended up over $5. Okay, as we extend up over $5. And then you see we did not get follow through. The stock then pulled back in, and I stopped out of the last piece of my position right there at VWAP. Okay. So now this is a prime example of, now I thought this stock was going to go much higher. I thought we were going to keep going. Okay. I thought this stock was going to extend. But had I been a greedy pig and I did not take any profit off the table, I stop out right here. If I stop out here, and I don't take any profit off the table, I am net negative on this trade. This would have been a losing trade if I did not take those profits off the table. But it's because I took those profits off the table. Now I'm stopping out on only 25% of my position. And I'm still walking away from what was a failed trade with profit. How many times have you been able to say that you've walked away with a failed breakout and you have a nice profit to show for it? How many of you have been able to say that? How many of you have been able to say that before? Right? So there you have it, guys. That's the example there with Lizi on how I'm able to take my profits off the table. And then even though the trade fails, I'm still walking away with solid profit. Okay? Still walking away with solid profit. When someone that's not following the tier trading strategy is just stopping out for a loss. Okay? Now we'll move on to EVK. EVK. exploded. Going into lunchtime around 11:30, the stock exploded. Okay. Heaviest volume of the day through that initial high. I was initially trying to be a buyer down here on a pullback towards the prior high. We never got the fill. Stock looked extremely strong at that moment in time. Draw out our fib levels. Okay, my fib level was lining up there. So here's your initial morning high, 23.6 Fibonacci level. Trade line, everything was lining up perfectly at that 635 level. And I was trying to bid myself in here. I was trying to be a buyer down in here, but we never got the pullback. I came on the microphone in chat. I told everybody that I was probably moving my order up because it just didn't look like we were pulling back in. I really thought this stock was going to squeeze today. 850 is your all-time high. Okay, 850. So let me draw that line there at 850. Now that's actually a very important factor to this trade. So I'm long, okay, EVK on this little pullback. Now, what I want to explain to everybody here is, remember what I said to you before about identifying your profit targets and identifying potential areas of resistance? Let's go back to the daily chart. Let's zoom this out. We got to go all the way to a weekly chart to see all-time high is what? 850. So remember what I said to you about identify your resistance levels? A profit target is a potential area of resistance. Well, the all-time high, well, that's a given. That's a potential area of resistance, the all-time high. That's a potential area of resistance, okay? So I draw that level. That's a profit target. What else is a profit target? Right through the high of the day. So if we log on the pullback below 7, the stock extends through the high of the day and pushes up now to 775, 780, up about 75 cents a share. Cool. I'm going to take 25% of my position off the table. Then the stock continues to extend. There's my 850. So what do? I take another piece of profit in front of the level. I am not waiting for the level to be tested and then fail. This is what I was talking about having orders out in front of resistance levels to get filled on the move up. Okay, to get filled on the move up. All right, this is a prime example of that. If you waited for the stock to touch 850, then you never get that take profit. You never get that take profit off the table. That's what I mean by you take profit on the way up. And if you were a greedy pig thinking, man, this stock's going to break through the high, the all-time high and squeeze. I thought it was going to break through the all-time high. I thought it was, but it did not. And still, nonetheless, I still get my profits off the table. I hold on to my position, the last piece of my position, and I stop out when we break back down below this support level. Okay. And even with me stopping out of my position on the last piece, right? That last piece, that last 25%, me stopping out all the way here after 3 o'clock, I'm still walking away with a net profit because of me taking 75% of my position off the table on that initial extension from 680 up to 850. So from 680 up to 850, you guys see that I get that real nice move. I take profit in front of the all-time high of 850, and then I stop out of my last piece. If you do not take either of those profits off the table because you think the stock is going to go break the all-time high, and you don't take any profit and you stop out all the way over here after 3 o'clock, if you stop out there, well, guess what, folks? You just took a solid L. You just took a solid L. But I'm walking away with a solid profit. Not a home run trade. It's not a home run. You know, it's not like something I'm going to write home and tell my parents about. Oh, guy, look at how much money I made today. But it's still a win. It's still profit. And profit is profit. And I'm showing you guys how, by using the tier trading strategy, you are able to walk away from trades that you may have made in the past where you lost money on your full position. You actually could have been walking away from these trades with a profit instead of a full loss. You take a handful of those trades throughout the course of a month and you reverse your full losses and you turn them into small profits or even smaller losses, watch the difference in your net P&L at the end of the month. If you made $1,000 throughout the course of the month, you probably could have made 2,000. If you made $10,000 in the month, you probably could have made 14 or 15,000 by making these little adjustments. The difference in your P&L is going to be massive. If you went back and you reviewed all of your trades from last month and you found examples where this strategy would have helped you, add back the loss that you took on the full position and just take it as if it was a 25% of your position loss. Take all that P&L and add it back to what you made or lost at the end of the month. Look how different your P&L is. That is what I mean by this is something that is absolutely crucial for you to understand in order for you to be a consistently profitable trader. Because in order to improve your consistency, you have to remove some of the losses. This is how you can do that. Now, the home run trades, when the home runs come, that's great. When the home runs come, we break through the all-time high and the stock squeezes everybody's face off and we're all yelling boom and we're all taking profit and it's all like, happy, lucky. And we're like, oh my God, we crushed it. Yeah, that's great. We're still in the trade. We're still in the trade. But when that doesn't happen, I'm still walking away with profit, and a less experienced trader is walking away with a full loss saying, man, today sucked. Well, was today amazing, blow your hair back action, make 50 grand on the, no, that wasn't the type of day that it was. But I'm still walking away with a small gain on the day. It's a small profit. It's a hell of a lot better than walking away down several thousands of dollars, isn't it? This is how you guys make the difference. And by making these type of adjustments, that is how you can start to become a consistently profitable trader. Guys, I do this every night. And in order for me to continue doing this, I want to see 500 likes on this video right now. Show me how much you guys appreciate me spending the time giving you all of this education. Show me how much you guys appreciate the time that I spend breaking all of this down and teaching you guys this stuff. If you guys don't start liking these videos, I'm not going to keep doing them. I'm not doing this for me. I already know this stuff. Okay. So you guys, show me how much you guys appreciate the time and energy that goes into all this. There we go. That didn't take very long. Look at that. 500 likes, just like that. All right. Beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Guys, seriously, I'm not kidding. When we're done here, go back and rewatch that. Critical aspect to become a consistently profitable trader. Critical. All right. Absolutely critical. Okay, guys. Now I want to do a quick little roll call. I want to see how many people that are on this live right now are not members of True Trading Group. If you are not a member of TTG, go ahead right now and type the letters TTG in chat. All right, we got Trent, Kenny, whoa, Grant, Lim, W, Lance, Baden, Diane, Neil, Jeffrey, Samat, Emma, Rosie, Renita, Jason Ridley, John Narducci, Yoram, Ignacio, Kimberly Evans, the Cajun Asian, Gregory, Fondong, Brandon Berryhill, wow, Eric, Football, Shanita, Bitcoin Investment, Dan, Jeannie D, Disc, Robert James, Joe, Luis Contreras, Tassie Smith, Thomas Blackwell, and Crench, Alvin. Woo! Oh my goodness. Guys, you all need to listen up right now. Wow, I can't believe it. Cody Cook, Mr. Smith, Yoram, Leslie, Ozma, Gus, John. So many new faces here tonight on this live stream. Man, are you guys, what a treat you guys just got. Guys, the lesson that I just gave you right now in True Trading, like this is what a professional education looks like. This is what you will learn when you guys trade professionally about how to tier in and out of your positions. How many YouTube videos have you watched, okay, before and someone's recapping like, I made $20,000 today. Let me show you how. And they open up their charts and they go, look, the stock was going up. So I bought it here. It went up here. We pushed a little higher. I sold some. I was able to make a little bit of money. The stock pulled back. I thought to myself, this was a good place to buy on the pullback. I bought more. And then we made new all-time highs and I was taking profit. And man, what a day. And you're sitting there like, what? Because you actually didn't learn anything. How many hours have you spent watching pointless, non-educational videos of a trader just bragging to you how much money they made, but without actually telling you how they did it and why they did it? It's important that you understand why a trader does what they do. It's important that you understand, why am I buying the stock here? Why am I selling the stock here? Why is this my stop loss? That is what a professional education can do for you guys. So there's a lot of people here that are not members of your training group. I saw a lot of TTGs in that chat. Guys, what I want to do here right now, my TTG fam that's still on the live, if you are a member of TTG, you are a member of TTG, I want you to comment right now in chat from a scale of 1 to 10. Do you recommend that our non-TTG family members get a professional education, join the team full-time, okay, and see what a difference that it can make in their trading? If you are a TTG member, scale of 1 to 10, has the professional education helped improve your trading? The lessons that I just covered with you guys on this video, it's a fraction, guys. It's a fraction of what you guys are actually going to get as a full-time member of TTG. It's a fraction, okay? This is the difference, all right? This is the difference. So all of you that typed the letters TTG in chat, I told you guys before earlier in the live stream, if you guys are serious about getting a professional, guys, this is the same education I got working at a hedge fund. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I was taught by traders far better than me. Traders that do this for a living, okay? I was taught. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. We have a 7-day trial that you guys can join to give us a test run. See what it's like. Get a feel, experience the professional education, and see the difference that it makes. See if you learn something during your 7-day trial. That's why we have it. Because I guarantee in your 7-day trial, I guarantee in the first 2 to 3 days of your trial, you're going to learn more than you have learned in the entire previous year. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Guys, go to ttgthree.com for your 7-day trial. It's a one-time payment of $3. That's it. It's not reoccurring. It's $3. That is less than a cup of coffee for you to experience what a professional education can do for your trading. It'll be the best $3 you've ever spent in your entire life. I guarantee it. You're going to get 7 days on our member dashboard. You can see all the resources and tools that are available to you. You're going to get our watch list every day. You're going to see, what are the stocks that I'm watching? Why am I watching those stocks? Where am I planning on buying? Where am I planning on selling? You're going to get that every single day. You're also going to get 3 courses. Guys, this is what I mean by it's the best $3 you've ever spent in your entire life. These 3 courses I can probably sell for a couple $100. Easy, easy. Any of you that have already gone through the trial courses, you think those stocks are worth easy a couple $100? Guys, I'm telling you, I'm guaranteed you'll be a better trader just after taking those 3 courses. And they're included with this trial. $3, they're included with this trial. Okay? Then you're also going to be able to come and chat and trade with me live for 3 days. 3 days, you're going to come right into our chat room. You're going to see my screen, see the other moderator screens, hear me on the microphone live, telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, where am I buying, where am I selling. I tell you on the microphone every single trade. Guys, I'm buying here before I actually buy it. And when my trade actually executes and I get filled, a push notification pops up in chat to let you know that my order has executed. All right. Now, for those of you that aren't looking to mess around and that want to get down to business, let's talk business. Because how I'm going to, because let's talk business and how I'm going to show you why 80% of our TTG members are making 7 to 10 times their subscription fee back within the first 6 months of their membership. Yes, you heard me correctly. 80% of our TTG members are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee back in the first 6 months of their membership, and 30% of them are doing it in the first 30 days. And that is because, and that is a testament to the professional education that you guys get access to. That's how I know that you guys can do this, because the education, it's the same education that made me the trader I am today. It's the same education that's allowing my members, 80% of them, to make 7 to 10 times their membership fee back in the first 6 months of their membership. As a full-time member, you are going to get access to our daily chat room from 7:30 a.m. Eastern till 6:30 p.m. Eastern every day. Okay. We share our screen. Like I said, I tell you what I'm buying before I buy it. And you guys will also be able to use our live Benzinga news feed, which allows you to get real-time news alerts sent right in our chat room. People ask me all the time, like, Mike, what sites do you use for news? I don't use any sites. I use TTG, because TTG has our own Benzinga Pro news feed, which gives you breaking up to the second news alerts right there in our chat room. We also have a squawk box feature. If you don't want to read the news headlines, you can turn on your speakers and somebody will read the news out to you out loud, so you don't have to read. If you're like focused in a trade and you don't want to read a news headline, we have someone in chat through the squawk box feature that reads the news headlines out loud to you. Okay. You'll also be able to use our mobile app. Our mobile app is for full-time TTG members. Okay. As a full-time member, you're going to be able to download the app on Android or iPhone and put it on any mobile device that you want. And this will allow you to stay connected while you're on the go. So I understand the majority of our members work full-time jobs, and I get that. So we've spent the time and money to create this mobile app so that you guys can still be in chat, even if you're not in front of your computer. So you can see the screen share on your mobile device. You can listen to the audio analysis on your mobile device. And you'll also get real-time push notifications through the app whenever we enter or exit a trade. Okay, that's for full-time TTG members. How many of you right now, here, how about this? My TTG family members, if you are a member of TTG and you work a full-time job, type the number 1 in chat right now. I want to show everybody that might be watching this live that says, man, this all sounds great. I really want to learn how to trade, but I work a full-time job. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. If you're a TTG member and you work a full-time job and you are successful with your trading group, type the number 1 in chat right now. There you have it, guys. Look at all those number 1s. Look at all those number 1s. Those are TTG members that work full-time jobs, but are still taking advantage of the platform, the trade alerts, the education with True Trading Group. And that's because of that mobile app. You have access to that as a full-time member. I told you before that our chat room, it's only 30% of our membership, right? We're so much more than a chat room, even though we're currently sporting like a 79% win rate in the chat room, which means whenever myself or one of the other moderators calls out a trade, about 79% of the time, it's a profitable one. Okay. Even with that being said, that's about 30% of the value that you get as a full-time member of TTG, because it's a all-inclusive 1-year membership. You pay one price, you get access to everything. That includes our 15-course curriculum. That is the simplified version of the 3-month educational program that I went through working at the hedge fund. I created those courses myself. They're available for you guys on the website. You have access to all of them. There are no different levels of course, like, oh, VIP course, but that costs more money. No, you get access to every single one of our courses. There's beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, option courses, trader psychology courses, swing trading courses, you name it, we've got it. You get access to all of it as a member of True Trading Group, including all of our resources and tools. We have a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money, practice implementing what you learn in the courses, practice it on the simulator. You get real-time level 1, real-time level 2, real-time options data. You get our stock screener, which will allow you to filter through thousands of stocks during the day to see what stocks give you the best chance of profit. We've got a trade ideas scanner, see what stocks are breaking the high of the day, what stocks are leading gappers, what stocks have unusual volume. You guys get the trade ideas scanner. Over 90 hours of additional educational video content. That's in addition to the courses. The courses come in text and video format. On top of the courses, we have over 90 hours of additional educational content because myself, the other moderators, we conduct webinars and workshops every month on about different topics. Those workshops are recorded and they're in a video library on our member dashboard for our members that they can go back and they can review later on, and they can learn from all those workshops and webinars. As a full-time member, you're also going to start to be able to attend these workshops live, and you can ask questions, you can interact with the moderator, interact with the TTG members. Okay, you guys can now be able to do all of that live. And you'll also get a free one-on-one mentor session with any one of our pro moderators when you guys sign up with coupon code TTG1220 right here tonight. That's a 1 hour one-on-one session to review your trades, talk about your strengths, your weaknesses, what mistakes you're making, how to fix them, and how to improve on that P&L. And then last but not least, guys, you'll also be able to have access to our TradingView Pro charting software, which is included with your membership, and all future resources and tools. Yes, you heard me correctly. We are the Netflix of trading communities, guys. So when, let's say I come out with a new course next month, it's automatically included in your membership. You don't have to pay more for it. It's like Netflix. Netflix comes out with a new show next week. They don't ask you for $20 to watch the show. It's included in your membership. Okay, it's included in your membership. You guys pay one price, you get access to everything. You know, we take the top premium trading tools and products, we bundle them together as part of your TTG membership. That Benzinga news feed, the Squawk Box, the real-time level 1, level 2, options data, the trade idea scanner, the pro charting software, the stock profile, the stock screener, the mobile app. All of these things you guys have access that are included in your membership. There's no upsell, no additional fee or charge for any of this stuff. You're going to get at least minimum of 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of pro traders that are right now sporting a 78, 79% win rate. 15 professional courses that were wrote by me, an award-winning hedge fund trader. That education allowed me to receive a Trader of the Year award in 2008. It's because of that education. That's why I know the education works, because that's how I became the trader that I am today. And that's how 80% of our members are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee back in just the first 6 months. It's because of the education. 90 hours of the additional educational video content, guys, all those workshops and webinars, access to the chat room. You can send me messages during the day in chat. Like, you guys all come on these lives and you ask me quite like, oh, Mike, what do you think about this stock? Ask me during the day. Send me a message in chat like at 10:30 in the morning, like, oh, Mike, what do you think about the stock? I'm going to tell you. I'm like, wow, that actually looks really good. I would buy it. I like the long. And you can actually start profiting from my guidance instead of just listening to me talk to you at 10 o'clock at night. You guys can be in chat with me. Ask me questions while you can actually act on the advice, right? Act on it. Guys, a 1-year membership would normally cost you $2,048. Normally, $2,048. Okay? But the coupon code TTG1220, that brings the cost of a membership all the way down to only $1,166. This is our December holiday sale. That's a 43% discount from our regular full-time price. Guys, and anyone that signs up here tonight is also going to get, by midnight, you have an hour and a half left to do it. If you also sign up tonight by midnight, you're going to get a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD. The Amazon Kindle Fire HD is the perfect tool for you to stay connected on the go, to trade on the go, to learn on the go through that mobile app. And instead of you guys like fumbling around and trying to place trades on your small phone screen where you can fat finger a trade, when fat finger is like you mean to buy 100 shares and you accidentally buy 1,000. Okay, like how many of you has that happened to? I'm going to send you guys a real nice Amazon Kindle Fire. It's the perfect tool to stay connected on the go and trade on the go. Totally on us. We're even going to cover the shipping. It's our gift to you for the December holiday sale. Okay, that is by midnight tonight. You have 1 hour and 27 minutes left to get that free Amazon Kindle Fire HD. Okay, and lock in that 43% discount. Guys, let me explain something to you. The value that you are getting as a member of True Trading Group, it's not even just about the 43% discount with this coupon code. By the way, that price is going up tomorrow. Every 24-hour period in the month of December, the price of our membership is going up by a couple bucks. So tomorrow, the membership will be more than it is today. So take advantage of coupon code TTG1220 so you can lock in the $1,166 price today, because tomorrow the price is going up by a couple bucks, and every day therefore after, another couple bucks raised every single day, the price of the membership is going to be going up, because you're getting access to all of these tools and resources for free. The Benzinga Pro newsfeed, if you wanted that news service and you went to Benzinga on your own, they would charge you $1,188 just for the news feed and the Squawk Box feature. You're getting that included with $1,166 on your membership. So your membership, you can actually get right now cheaper than that new service would cost you if you bought it from Benzinga directly. On top of everything else I just said to you that you get. You want real-time level 2 and level 1 for all exchanges, that's going to cost you $900 for the year. If you want a trade simulator, that's going to cost you $750 for the year. The TradingView Pro charting software, that would cost you $720 for the year if you went to TradingView on your own and you bought their charting software. That's $3,648 in resources and tools that are included with your membership when you use coupon code TTG1220 and only pay $1,166 for the year. It's important that you guys lock in this price now, because when you lock in this price now, you are also locking this price in for next year. When it comes time for your membership to renew next year, let's say our membership is just $2,200. And I'm telling you now, guys, our membership is going up next year. January, the price of our membership is going up. So don't wait till January, February. Don't wait for this new year, new me bullshit. Guys, take advantage of this offer now because our prices are going up in January. I'm telling you guys all this now. So let's say you sign up now with coupon code TTG1220. Let's say next year you come time to renew again next December. And let's say the cost of a membership is $2,200. You will only pay $1,166. The price you pay today is the price you will renew at. So you're grandfathering yourself in. Not only you're getting 43% discount today, but you're also getting like a 50% discount next year. I promise you our membership is going to be more expensive next year than it is today. Okay. That's a guarantee. All right. So, and how do I know you're going to want to renew your membership? You're like, well, Mike, how do you know I want to renew my membership? We're getting a little too ahead of ourselves, right? No, we're not. Because I know you're going to want to renew your membership because 80% of our members are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee back in the first 6 months of their trading. That means if you invested $1,166 in a membership tonight, there's an 80% chance you're going to make $11,000 in the next 6 months. Why would you not want to renew your membership? Who wouldn't take that deal? Who would not take that deal? 30% of them are doing it in 30 days. And it's because of the education. The same education that made me the profitable trader that I am is the same education that has made my members the profitable traders that they are. Take advantage of this discount code, guys. Take advantage of it. What more do you guys need to hear? Listen, I'm going to make a deal with you guys. I'm going to make a deal with you. Anyone that's still on the fence, if you are still on the fence after everything I just said to you, I'm going to make you a deal. Sign up with coupon code TTG1220 tonight before midnight. Now you have 1 hour and 23 minutes to do it. Go through all of our courses, get an 85 or higher on the quizzes at the end of the courses, and do your one-on-one with one of our mods. Do those 3 things. Really put in an effort. If you don't make back that $1,166 at least once throughout the year of your membership, I'm going to give you a complete refund. I'm going to give you all your money back. I'm dead serious. I have just covered your membership fee for you. That's how confident I am in the TTG program. I see the success that our members are having. That's why I can offer you this money back guarantee. I see it. Trading, so many traders fail not because it's impossible. Traders fail because they have absolutely no idea what they're doing. You wouldn't just walk into a boxing ring with a professional boxer and think you're going to win. Are you going to succeed if you get into the boxing ring with a professional boxer without first being taught how to box? What would you give your chances of success if I took you right now and placed you into a boxing ring with a professional boxer? Do you think you have an 80% chance of succeeding? 60, 50, 40, 30, 10, 1, less than 1? What are your chances of succeeding? Right? Why would you think trading is any different? That's why so many traders fail. It's not because it's impossible. It's not because it's a scam or, oh man, day trading. No. What do you mean? Here we are. If people can't make money trading, why does Wall Street exist? Why do hedge funds exist? Why is Goldman Sachs a multi-billion-dollar global corporation with the largest trading desk in the world if you can't make money trading? Why are some of the richest people on the planet hedge fund managers if you can't make money trading? Get an education, the same education that I received working at a hedge fund, a professional education, not any of this gimmick crap that, oh, look what I figured out the secret to the market. I figured out this special pattern in my mom's basement after 5 years of back testing all of this data. Bullshit. There is no special secret or pattern. Take it from someone that's traded professionally on Wall Street. It doesn't exist. If it did, the Wall Street pros would have it. The only thing that's going to make you a successful trader is getting an education. And that's what I'm offering you guys here tonight with coupon code TTG1220 and a money back guarantee. What more do you guys have to lose except your goals? Your goals, that's what you have to lose. Your goals of one day quitting your job, your goals of retiring early, your goals of taking that dream vacation, your goals of saving up and leaving your kids something, or for your kids' college, or paying off your student debt. That's what you guys are giving up. That's what you have to lose. You don't have to lose the 1166. I guaranteed that for you. I told you, go through our courses, get an 85 or higher on the quizzes, do your one-on-one. If you don't make back that 1166 at least once throughout the course of the year, I'm going to give it back to you. What do you guys have to lose? If you're serious about becoming a consistently profitable trader, the time for you guys to actually start to act and move forward is now. Do something different. Just going and watching hours of YouTube videos, it's not cutting it for you. Do something different. Get an actual education. Education is gold. And give yourself a chance to win a Tesla in the meantime. Okay? Because we are almost full. We're almost full for our Tesla raffle. Every time TTG gets 300 new members, we raffle off a Tesla. All you have to do is be a member of True Trading Group to be included in the raffle. That's it. Just be a member and you're included. If you win the Tesla and you don't want the Tesla, you can choose and opt for $30,000. So it's either a Tesla or $30,000. We raffle that off every time TTG gets 300 new members. We are almost there. I think we only have a couple of spots left. I think we're about 75% of the way there. All you got to do is use coupon code TTG1220, and that will automatically include you in the raffle for the Tesla or $30,000. Okay? So that's it, guys. That's it. It's time you guys got serious about your education. Use that coupon code TTG1220. Remember, the price goes up at midnight. The money back guarantee is good until midnight. And if you want a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD, that is good until midnight. If you guys are ready to join the team full time and get down to business, get your butts in chat tomorrow, trade with me and the rest of the team live. Otherwise, you guys can sign up for the 7-day trial. It's a one-time payment of $3. For that, you can go to ttgthree.com. It's a one-time payment of $3. You can upgrade to a full membership from the trial at any time, but you're under no obligation to do so. So for that, go to ttgthree.com. Otherwise, if you guys want that money back guarantee, the 43% discount, and the Amazon Kindle Fire, use coupon code TTG1220 and get your butts in chat and get ready to learn, trade, and profit together with a professional education and start to get your P&L headed back in the direction that it should be. If you guys think you learned something on this live stream tonight, my friends, that is a fraction of 1% of the education you're going to get as a member of True Trading Group, and I'm ready when you are. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and smash that like button. If you haven't done so already, it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. It shows me how much you guys appreciate the time, energy, and effort that I put in to making you the most successful trader that you possibly can. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful night.